In this lesson, we're going to walk through how to connect your WordPress forms over to Z360 using bit integrations. Think of this as a no-code bridge that handles your webhook setup visually. You won't need to touch any PHP snippets or pay for those expensive premium form plans just to get a basic trigger working. Plus, it works with over 50 different form builders. We're going to look at two complete examples today. So what is bit integrations? Essentially, it's a free WordPress plugin that sits right between your form and Z360. It captures the submission, lets you map out your fields, and sets up custom headers through a visual interface so the data hits Z360 in the right format. You'll want to use this whenever your form builder doesn't have a native connection to Z360. This is perfect for things like Elementor Forms, Formidable, or Divi. The free version covers the basics like Contact Form 7, but for some of the more advanced builders, you'll likely need the Pro version. Let's get it installed. Head over to your WordPress sidebar, go to Plugins, and click Add New. Search for Bit Integrations, then go ahead and install and activate it. Once that's done, find Bit Integrations in your menu and hit Create Integration. Just remember, every setup has two simple parts: the trigger, which is your form, and the action, which is the webhook going to Z360. Let's dive into our first example. We're going to connect an Elementor form so that every submission creates a new contact in Z360. Start by picking Elementor from the trigger list, and then select your specific form from the drop-down menu. Now, click on the Fetch button. Bit Integrations needs to see how your form is structured before we can map the fields. To do this, just open your live page in a new tab, fill out a quick test entry with some real data, and submit it. When you come back to the plugin, you'll see those fields pop up, things like name, email, and phone. If they look correct, just hit Next. Now for the action. Choose Webhook from the list. You'll need to paste in your Z360 webhook URL here. You can grab that by going into your Z360 settings, then Account Settings, and looking under the Forms and Distribution tab. Set your method to Post, and let's add a header. For the key, type in content type, and for the value, use application/JSON. Since this is for the Forms section, we don't need any authorization. Now, just map your fields by matching first_name to your Elementor first name field, and so on for the rest. Click Test Webhook, and if you see a success message, you're good to go. Hit Save and Finish. Now, if you test the form on your site and check your Z360 contacts, that new entry should be right there, tagged and ready for a conversation. Next, let's look at a second example. This time we're connecting Formidable Forms to a pipeline to create leads. This one uses a Pro trigger. Choose Formidable Forms, pick your form, and hit Fetch. Again, do a quick test submission on your live site so the plugin can see the data. Then hit Next. Select Webhook again, but this time paste in your Pipeline API endpoint. You'll find this under Product Settings, then Pipelines. Just click that three-dot menu and select Generate Form Links to find the API tab. Set the method to Post, but this time we need two headers. The first is content type as application/JSON, and the second is authorization. For the value, you'll type the word bearer, add a space, and then paste your API key. When you map these fields, make sure you use title case, like capital F for first name, because these are case sensitive. Click Test, verify it works, and hit Save. Now, when a form is submitted, that lead will pop up right in your pipeline. If it doesn't show up, just double check that your pipeline's communication channel is turned on. The great thing is that this setup is basically the same for every form builder out there. Whether you use WP Forms, Gravity Forms, or Ninja Forms, the logic never changes. You select the plugin, fetch the data, set the webhook, and map the fields. And that's Bit Integrations, the easiest way to bridge the gap between WordPress and Z360 without writing a single line of code. We've covered contacts and leads, and it's the same pattern every time. In our next lesson, we'll look at how to use Zapier to connect even more tools like Google Forms and Facebook lead ads.